Hello and welcome to TNT. Blue skies abound, a magnificent day. Now, if you're a government and you're looking to decriminalise a previously illicit drug in your country, don't get the guidebook from the Public Health Minister in Thailand. The situation for the cannabis bill has been a total balls up. And here we are some 4 or 5 months later and the confusion still abounds. If you think you know what's going on, you probably don't. And for those people that really aren't quite sure, reading today's news just won't help. We'll go through that in today's program. Welcome to our Wednesday program. It's TNT. Thank you very much for watching. And if you do get an opportunity sometime during the program to just click on that subscribe button, I would be eternally grateful. We've got 3 main stories to cover today. The fate of the Chinese businessman, the fallout from that story, and some raids that happened yesterday and the impact that might have. Also, the fate of a British man, a 73-year-old, who was mown down on a zebra crossing, and the total fail of this cannabis rollout, and more confusion reigning yesterday. We'll check that out later on in the program as well. But hope you're having a great Wednesday so far, or for some of you it might even be Tuesday night in different parts of the world. But welcome to TNT. As we go to our first story, and police seize 400 million baht in assets from a group of Chinese businessmen. This being reported in Thai PBS World. Thai police impounded 3 luxury houses, a penthouse, 10 luxury cars with a combined value of over 400 million baht, and believed to belong to a group of Chinese businessmen allegedly involved in grey business in Thailand. Just sort of cutting through this, it seems that all these businesses and these houses are all perhaps linked to a central person who's already in custody. So police in the second paragraph saying that the houses were seized in Soi Lasal in Bangkok's Bang Na area. As it was discovered, they were bought through a Thai company, the majority of shares which are believed to be in the names of Thai nominees. Now, a lot of people buy property in Thailand. They try and get some sort of form of what they describe as ownership by buying a Thai company, which has to have a majority of Thai shareholders. And that's their way of securing their title on the property. Of course, they still don't own the property. The company does, and the company is majority owned by Thai shareholders. So dress it up any way you like, but it's just a Thai company owning a property. Then police headed off to a high-end condominium. They impounded a penthouse valued at around 100 million baht and believed to be involved with the same group of Chinese businessmen. About 3 million baht was impounded. And now we might get to know a little bit more about what these Chinese businessmen are up to. They operated a comprehensive tourism-related business, which includes arranging package tours to Thailand for wealthy Chinese. Nothing illegal about that. There's a lot of different tour groups arranging tours for example, Australians, Russians. There's another one organising it for Indians. In fact, I know 2 companies in Phuket that do that here. There's nothing illegal about that until we get to the bottom there, providing bus services to take them to entertainment venues and gambling dens. Well, that last part is illegal indeed. Further to that story on Thai PBS, the second paragraph there saying that the Narcotics Control Board travelling to Hua Hin to seize a private jet allegedly belonging to this man called To Hao, and he's suspected of being the key man in the Chinese business ring, allegedly involving in operations mainly in Bangkok. He's currently held on remand on drugs charges, and he has lived in Thailand for more than 20 years, has a Thai wife, and said to have cultivated close connections with some Thai politicians and donated about 3 million baht to the Palang Pracharat Party. This story has been getting extensive coverage in Thai media. Let's go to the Bangkok Post. They say luxury homes raided in a triad probe. In a related development, just trying to get a few other perspectives to this story. Yesterday, the Interior Ministry said that Minister Anupong Paujinda was duty-bound to sign the final announcement by the ministry back in 2014 that granted this gentleman citizenship, noting that the process had been initiated by his predecessor. So the current government trying to distance themselves from making this person a Thai citizen. The clarification was given by the Permanent Secretary for the Interior in response to a claim which said that General Anupong was the one who approved the naturalisation of the suspected crime ringleader, which went viral on social media. So this General Anupong, in the sights of some people, he's one of the, if you'd like to call them, the Gang of Three, General Anupong, General Prayut and General Prawit, who are seen as sort of the ringleaders and the people that put together the coup back in 2014. And he's now sort of getting the blame for making this person a Thai citizen. But they're actually saying that no, he was just following through from a situation that was instigated by his predecessor. So more about this story as we go to The Nation, and 50 luxury houses linked to alleged Chinese drug lord under police scrutiny. These 50 houses have mostly Chinese owners with Thai housekeepers. Some of the former neighbours said they decided to move away as these residents often held loud parties at night. I wonder where all the people are in these houses, goes on. And officials found traces of valuables and vehicles being moved from these houses, leading officials to believe that the owners tried to hide assets after the news of Chinat turning himself in. So the Deputy Commissioner Surachat Hakpan is an absolute ferret, and he'll keep digging and digging and digging and getting to the bottom of this story, and I think there's plenty more to come from this. I think one of the messages here is that if you are going to use a Thai company to purchase assets in Thailand, including property, then you need to be very careful and make sure your I's are dotted, your T's are crossed, and that you've got an extremely good lawyer, because as you can see, the assets of that Thai company can be seized by police. This is the TNT program. It's Wednesday, the middle of the week, and thank you to our sponsor, 5 Star Marine, and appreciate their ongoing sponsorship of the program. Ever since February, there's been a lot of focus on zebra crossings around Bangkok and the rest of the country. There was a young female ophthalmologist who was mown down by a policeman on a Ducati at the time. He's currently in jail, but her legacy has put a lot of focus on these zebra crossings, including them being painted in this dark orange, sort of almost dark pink colour. But that hasn't helped this particular gentleman. This from The Nation. Speeding pickup hits British tourist at a zebra crossing in Pattaya. The Nation reporting that a 74-year-old British tourist was knocked over by a speeding pickup truck at a zebra crossing hit and run. And it happened at the Jomtien 2 road. And it showed Peter Palmer being hit and hurled into the air by a speeding pickup truck in broad daylight on Monday. I'm not going to show that particular video, but we do have a screenshot at least. And this also from The Nation shows the moment that the poor 74-year-old gentleman was struck by this, what almost looks a bit like a BART bus. Not sure what you might think about that. Give us your opinion on that particular vehicle. The Pattaya News says that the 74-year-old British pedestrian injured in a hit and run at a Pattaya crosswalk, and the story says he suffered multiple injuries, and Mr. Peter Palmer has asked Thai reporters to spread his story so that he could find the reckless driver who crashed into him while crossing Jomtien 2nd Road. And he was aided by nearby Good Samaritans and taken to a hospital where he had 4 stitches put in his head. He was still waiting for an X-ray result for his head. So I hope he recovers okay, and hope they find the driver of that vehicle. Having had some stitches up here a few weeks ago myself, not a lot of room between the skin and the scalp, and those stitches can be quite painful once the anaesthetic wears off. But you're watching TNT. Thank you to our sponsor, 5 Star Marine. And if you get a moment, just reach over the top there and please subscribe to the channel. Now to our main story today on TNT, which I approach with a certain amount of trepidation. It has been a total failure. this cannabis rollout ever since June the 9th, when a very opportunistic Anaton Shavidakun decided to delist cannabis from the list of illicit drugs in the Category 5. And it's really gone from there, where pioneering people and entrepreneurs have decided, it's a free-for-all. But there have not been any laws or guidelines giving them direction, indeed giving the police or the politicians any direction on how they can control this. So it's a complete free-for-all now, and you can't really blame people for investing in something that they think is now legal. So the whole situation got even more opaque yesterday, and so we've got some different perspectives from the media covering this story. This one from the PattayaNews.com. Cannabis law disputes in Thailand continue as pro and opposition groups debate over smoking rooms and other issues. And this is from Dr. Tongchai. He's the Director General of the Department of the Thai Traditional and Complementary Medicines. He held a media conference yesterday, and down the bottom there, he said the latest announcement still placed a strong emphasis on prohibiting people from using cannabis for recreational purposes and only supporting its medical use. However, cannabis sellers were allowed to distribute cannabis, including its buds, if they had the proper licenses. So there is a group of people out there, there's a contingent of people that just think, cannabis is legal. Black and white. But there are so many grey areas, and we are still in a situation where the behind the scenes, as this bill is being discussed in Parliament, and it's being discussed at the moment, there's a lot of rollbacks going on and crossing that out and adding this, and they're trying to get the bill through so that things can continue, and for the people that have made the investments can have some surety as they move forward. And the people who are smoking cannabis, they at least will know whether they're doing it legally or not. Not that it's going to stop people from smoking it, but at least they will understand the framework in which they're doing so. Moving forward in that story, another person from the Cannabis Association for the People submitted an open letter urging lawmakers to amend the Cannabis and Hemp Bill that was still incomplete. He said lawmakers should instead amend the bill to allow cannabis for recreational use while having strict laws that could effectively prevent young people from smoking cannabis. Now, there are a lot of people who are pro-cannabis who would think that is the ideal situation where it is legal for them to use it recreationally, but there are controls for younger people, pregnant people, etc. And down the bottom, he said authorities should not ban smoking cannabis in shops or cafes because it would drive people to smoke in public areas. People should be allowed to smoke in enclosed areas within the shops or cafes, noting that the other day they decided to say that you can buy the cannabis in shops, but you can't smoke it there. Now here's some coverage from the Bangkok Post. It says ganja smoking shops are illegal, Ministry warns. Pot smoking shops are illegal. Now the Ministry of Public Health announcement declaring the flowers of marijuana plants to be a herb, requiring strict control, has taken effect, the ministry warned on Tuesday. So let's have a bit of a dig into exactly what those announcements were. Aside from prohibiting businesses from offering to their customers cannabis smoking spaces, the new ministerial announcement prohibits selling cannabis to people under 20 years of age, to pregnant women and mothers breastfeeding babies, and to students at all levels of education. The second one, the same announcement, also prohibits the selling of cannabis through vending machines, electronic means, and internet-based channels. So don't go marketing marijuana on your Facebook page. And smoking cannabis in public is also strictly prohibited under the same announcement, including in temples, other religious places, a registered dormitory, public park, a zoo, or an amusement park. So that's some of the coverage from the Bangkok Post. But wait, there's more. To the coconuts.co, who have been generally pro-cannabis in their coverage of this issue. Big fine, jail time threatened for cannabis shops with smoking lounges. Dispensaries that allow smoking on the premises risk hefty fines and imprisonment. Those operating smoking lounges inside their cannabis shops face a large fine, a year in jail, and a loss of their provisional licenses. So you can see why this confusion abounds, because a slightly different coverage from one media organisation compared to others, in some cases quoting exactly the same people. In other words, more words there from Dr. Tongchai. Currently, we don't have laws that regulate the amount of cannabis concentrations in blood like alcohol, and we're waiting for that to take place. He said at a news conference yesterday that smoking excessive amounts of THC, the psychoactive compound in buds, causes immediate dizziness and heart palpitations. I suppose that's what the people that are smoking it are after. The legal loopholes surrounding cannabis remain today due to the Parliament's decision to vote down the Cannabis Act. Have they voted it down? I know they voted it down back in September, but I wasn't aware that they've voted it down again, although I predict they probably will. It's been opposed by prominent opposition parties such as Move Forward and Pattaya parties for not going far enough to curtail recreational smoking. So that's the political reality of the situation. You've got most of the conservative forces of government, except for Bumjai Thai, and you've got the entire opposition parties, including Move Forward and Pattaya, who are against this cannabis bill. So how it can progress through Parliament unless there is some sort of severe curtailment included, which would curtail the recreational use of cannabis, I can't see this getting through. That's the political reality. Now, the people who like using cannabis, they're still going to use it, whether it's legal or not. I don't think it's going to make much difference to them. Is Thailand going to be the Amsterdam of Asia? I just don't see that happening. Anyway, that's the latest in the confusion and the total failure of this rollout by Kun Anaton and the Bumjai Thai party. They should be ashamed of trying to make such a big change to Thailand's culture in one fell swoop and do it so badly and cause so much confusion, consternation and wasted time in social media and in Parliament. Well, as usual these days, it's not news unless it's caught on a mobile phone, and the Tiger covers an angry Thai man condemns a foreigner for not wearing a mask on the BTS. An angry Thai man claiming to be a police officer gave a foreign man a mouthful of abuse for not wearing a mask on the BTS in Bangkok. The irate man blamed the unflustered foreigner for bringing COVID-19 into the country. So, what are the actual rules about wearing masks on the BTS? This is what the BTS said. Passengers are reminded that although the wearing of masks has been relaxed for outdoor public areas, the BTS SkyTrain still requests your cooperation to wear a mask while using the system, as recommended by the Ministry of Public Health. Look, I think that's pretty clear. I think if you're a foreigner and you're going to be using the SkyTrain, that's not the place for you to make a big political statement about whether you think it's right or wrong to wear masks. You're in Thailand. The BTS is urging your cooperation. I don't think there's much more to be said there. One Thai Twitter user attached the latest update on the coronavirus situation in Thailand. According to the update, 4,914 people have been infected with COVID in the past 7 days, with 74 deaths. So that is the situation. There is a rise in COVID cases, hospitalizations, and sadly deaths over the past few weeks in Thailand. No new restrictions are being proposed at the moment, so don't freak out. But that's the current situation and why there might be a bit of additional sensitivity for people travelling on things like public transport at the moment. And with that, I thank you very much for joining us on TNT today. Please, if you do get a moment, subscribe to the channel, and we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.